thing we want to do is measure under Frida's stomach. And in order to size this for your dog, go ahead and measure at the end of the belly. Frida is 17 inches under the belly. Then you want to go ahead and measure the length of your dog. With Frida's little nub, she's 16 inches long. And I'm going to make this about 7 inches long. For her tank top, I don't want it too long. Then you want to go ahead and measure your dog's chest. Now, the measuring tape should go over your dog's chest and wrap around just a little bit over the back of their elbow. Frida is 15 inches around her chest. Last but not least, you want to measure their chest. After reassessing this video, I figured out that Frida is approximately 4 inches under her belly. And you want to do this with your dog as well. To start off, you are going to chain the amount of the inches that you got that was below their belly. We are going to be working from the bottom up. Chain the amount needed and see if that measures to the inches that you got from under the belly of your dog. Whether they're small or big, medium, doesn't matter what size they are. So for Frida is 17 inches under the belly, so I'm going to chain until I reach 17 inches. And you want to make sure that you chain very loosely, because if you don't, it's going to be very tight at the bottom. It's going to be very hard for you to slip on them and to take it off. So you want to make sure that you're chaining very loosely. Especially if you are a tight crocheter like I am. What I am doing is I'm taking my measuring tape, and this is primarily how I figure out how much to chain for my dogs. What you do is go ahead and place it all the way from the tip, which is right here, and then you're just going to go to the end over here. Now Frida is 17 inches and this looks really good. It's about 18 inches. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that this is an even number. Okay. Okay, so I ended up with about 65. So what I did was I took off a couple of chains and I really wanted to be here at 17 inches. Your dog is way bigger. I mean, I'm talking about if you have a pit bull, if you have a German Shepherd, it does, or whatever dog you have. You don't have to listen to this video. I'm just giving you guys guidance on how you can customize it for your dog. So Frida is 17 inches under the belly. So what I'm doing is lining up the chain that I have made here. And this is 62. You can also try it on your dog under their belly to make sure it fits. To see if it's too loose or see if it's too small or too snug. You want to make sure it's comfortable around your dog's waist. So what we're going to do next is join to the first of the chain here, and be sure to not twist and just go ahead and slip stitch that through. You're going to work in half double crochets, and we are going to be chaining 2, which is going to count as our very first half double crochet. So what we are going to do is chain 2 and put 1 half double crochet across this whole row, or should I say round. So continue putting 1 half double crochet around. Okay, so this is where it gets very interesting. You can either slip stitch to the top of the chain 2, okay, or what you can do is directly join with a half double crochet into the top of the chain 2, so that way you don't get a line when you are working on the bottom of the shirt. I mean, nobody's really going to see it, but you can directly go in with a half double crochet and continue to work in the round, but it's going to leave this little gap. Or you can simply slip stitch like I am. Okay, we're going to slip stitch to the top of the chain 2, and then you can chain 2 and then move on about your business and work your rounds. And I'm giving you guys this option because I know when I made Hazel's tank top, you can kind of see the lines, and you know, nobody's really going to see it, but there's just some people that probably do not care for the whole line, which I'm one of them. But you know, my whole logic is that nobody's going to see it and who cares, it kind of blends in anyways. But I'm just telling you guys, if you guys want to work in the round, go ahead and do so. But the only thing is, I don't show in this video, because I'm not doing that method, is how to change colors when you're working in the round, because that can be kind of tricky sometimes. But yeah, that's the only thing. So for row 2, you're just going to chain 2, and you're just going to repeat exactly what we did on row 1. And I'm going to change my color on round 3, and you're only putting 1/2 double crochet across. Oops, you don't want to work into that, you want to work into the stitch. Yeah, that's basically what you're doing, is you're putting 1/2 double crochet around and you're changing colors. Now we are going to continue to do this until we reach almost where the back of the dog's arms are, where the neck is. And I will tell you guys exactly how many inches we are going to do depending on how long your dog is, okay? Here is a diagram of what to do for customizing this for your dog or cat. This arrow shows you how far you want to take working 1/2 double crochet around. Your dog or cat is your guide. For male or female genders, be aware not to cover their parts or they will soil this tank top easily. When you reach where the arrow points to, where their arms are located, you want to then stop and move on to the rest of my tutorial. So as you can see here in Hazel's tank top, all I did was work 1/2 double crochet until right here his neck is, and then his little arms go right here, which I knew, okay, I have to make armholes here. So if you have a bigger dog, this is what you want to do. Exactly what I'm doing is keep working 1/2 double crochet until you get to the back of their neck, and you can feel right under, when you slip it on, you can see that it is meeting under their elbows where their arms are, and that's how you know, okay, now it's time to move on to the back of this part, okay? So it's not really hard, okay? Just keep trying it on your animal until you think it's good enough to start working on the upper part right here, okay? Okay, so we have reached 6 inches, and you don't have to reach exactly 6 inches like I am. I mean, of course, you're customizing this for your dog. Make sure this is straight. Okay, make sure it's aligned straight. Now what I did was I turned my work after making sure it was straight. It really depends on how wide you want the back to be. If you want the back to be, I don't know, a little thinner or a little wider. So I liked mine to be about a little over 5 inches wide. So go figure, and you can pretty much eyeball it, which is what I did. So keep in mind when you are making the back that you don't take up too much room, because there's only so many stitches you have to work here to make the front and to also make the armholes, because you want to make this roomy as possible for your dog to get into. Okay, so I have 62 stitches here, and what I'm going to do is count from the middle, being that this is straight. I want to make sure it's straight as possible. I'm going to count, and I'm going to guess. I'm going to eyeball it. So we're going to say for Frida, we'll go right here. 14 stitches down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay. Now, if you want an even amount of stitches for the front, this is the chest area, okay? This is upside down. But if you want them to match, all you have to do is just line the stitches up and place your stitch markers together. Align them is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so that one goes here, and voila, that's all you have to do. So what you want to do is start to the right. I'm right-handed, so I always start to the right. And you are going to slip stitch to your first stitch marker, which to the right is mine. And you're just going to pull that through, okay, and tighten it from the back so it's not loose. And then we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And this is going to count as our very first, whoops. And what we want to do is chain 2, 1, and 2. And we are going to be tucking our straggler in the back as we are crocheting. And the chain 2 is going to count as our very first half double crochet. So we are going to half double crochet across until we meet to our other stitch, which is into the next 11 stitches. And remember that your chain 2 counts, so just move along and put 1 half double crochet. You want to continue to do this until you get to the other side where your stitch marker is. So we have 14 stitches here. And like I said, this is highly customizable. Like, you do not need to follow my directions. This is strictly a guidance. But if you're making this for a small and you want one exactly like Hazel's, then yeah, you want to go ahead and do 14 half double crochets. So for row 2, chain 2, and then you're just going to turn your work. So go ahead and turn your work, and this counts as our very first half double crochet right here. So we're moving on to the second one right here, and we're just going to put 1 half double crochet across. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't really like the lines that you get when you half double crochet into the actual stitch. So what I do is I just yarn over and go over the whole stitch itself. And you're just going to put 1 half double crochet across. Okay, to change colors, simply put a slip knot onto your hook, and all you have to do is where you finished off, you're just going to put that through the whole stitch and then slip stitch that through just like that. Chain 2, 1, 2, and turn your work. So of course this already counts as our very first half double. So we just simply go into the next stitch and put 1 half double crochet. And you are going to continue to do this until you get to row 8. Okay, and you of course are going to be changing colors while we are doing this off camera. Okay, so we are back and I have done 8 rows. Now if you are making this for a large or a medium-sized dog, maybe even an extra small dog, you can do as many rows as you want that covers the amount of the neck as possible. But if you have a bigger dog, just keep doing rows and keep trying it on your dog to see how much coverage that you want on your dog's neck. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is flip our work over, and as you can see here, cut that down a little bit because I'm going to crochet over it. What we are going to do is, this can get cut later, what we are going to do is do the same thing and reconnect our pink right here, as you can see. And we are just going to join like we have before. Make a slip stitch, chain 2, and that counts as our very first half double crochet. Yarn over and move to the next stitch and half double across. Okay, so we are coming right here where our chain 2 is, and all you're going to do is go into the top of the chain 2 and crochet over that. Okay, now we have gotten to our other stitch marker. Remove that one, and then this is our last half double. Okay, so then we are going to chain 2 and turn our work. Go ahead and turn your work and put 1 half double across, and we are just going to repeat exactly what we did on the other side. Okay, so just continue to put 1 half double crochet until we reach row 8. Okay, so we have created our 2 pieces of the front and the back. If you can't tell which is which, all you have to do is just flip over and you can see clearly all of the chain 3s right here. So you don't want to show this part on the back. So what we're going to do is I flip our work over and change our color to the color pink. Okay, just tighten that, and then chain 1, then go ahead and chain 1, and then work 2 single crochets into the corner right there, and I am crocheting over the straggler. And now this is on the side. We are working along the sides now to take care of the uneven edges and to make it look neater. So just put 1 single crochet into the chains, just 1. And you do not have to exactly put them inside of the chain. I mean, it probably looks neater that way, but you don't have to. So if it's open enough, I'm gonna go ahead and put 1 single crochet in there. Whoops. Okay, so we are back, and I'm at the end where I first started my slip stitch. So this is the first single crochet. What we are going to do is slip stitch that through, okay? And now we're going to start anew because we're going to move on to the other side, and we are, let me go ahead and clip this really quick because I don't like that. I crocheted over that. Chain up a total of 9 stitches. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And after that, you want to go ahead and join to this stitch and slip stitch that through, just like that, and then you have created your armhole. Okay, so then you can put a stitch marker here if you want. Actually, you want to go ahead and put it here. Yeah, put your stitch marker exactly where you have connected, and then you're going to chain 1 and then single crochet into that same spot, and then continue to single crochet around. Okay, so go ahead and single crochet, okay, because we're gonna get to the other side of the armhole right now. And count isn't important in this pattern because, you know, I'm a guide and I'm not exactly telling you guys how to make the sweater for your guys' dog. because all dogs are different size. And I want to make this available for every dog size, so you can make it for your dog. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we've reached the other side. We're going to chain up 9 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, and then we are going to go to this other side, and this stitch right here, we are going to slip stitch again. Just like that. And we are going to chain 1, single crochet into that same spot, and then single crochet on the way back to the stitch marker. Okay. So basically we are working in the rounds as of now. Okay, so we have our 2 armholes right here. See, we have our armhole number 1 and armhole number 2. One might be bigger than the other because the stitches are wider on this side and one isn't as wide, but that's okay. So now we are going to go into these chains and put 1 single crochet. I promise after this row, it gets so easier after this. And we are almost done, which I am so excited about. So here's our stitch marker. You can remove it if you want. Okay, so right here, we're going to go back into here. Where do we put it? Okay, so then just single crochet, just like that. Okay, so now we're just going to single crochet across, putting 1 single crochet. And you really don't need the stitch markers. I was just simply trying to guide you to be able to identify where we started. But we are basically working in the round. Let's see, and then there we go, right there. Okay, so now we are going to work into these stitches again where these chains are. Okay, so we are going to repeat this one more time because I've come around. You're going to put 1 single crochet around one more time, and we will finish off and we are done. So go ahead and repeat this once more. After we have finished our last row, like I said, of single crochets around, all I did was where I put my stitch marker, I slip stitched to where I first started and finished off. Okay, so there we have it. There is my crochet dog tank top pattern, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and please leave me a comment. If you guys have any questions to this video, please leave a comment below, or you can simply email me. My email is always open for questions or concerns. My email will be in the description box below. Thank you so much for the endless support that I have received. I just want to say that I have gained so many subscribers, and thanks to you guys. You guys are making my dreams come true, and I'm glad I'm here to inspire you guys. I'm glad that I could be a favorite of yours, and by all means, you guys are the reason why I continue to do what I do, and I will see you guys in the next tutorial.